Oakwood Green Africa is a growing Pan-African institution fueled by a passion to enable greatness across Africa. Oakwood Green focuses on strategic investments with a key focus on all sectors of African economies aimed at maximizing potentials and bringing about success. African Export-Import Bank, also referred to as Afrexim Bank, is a Pan-African multilateral trade finance institution in Africa. Thus, the Roadshow, organized in partnership with GAIPA, to enable the Gambia make best use of the opportunity, not just by harnessing potentials, but securing funding for the greater good of the business and economy sectors. Deputizing for the Minister of Finance, Minister of Petroleum, Abdou Job spoke of the importance government attaches in promoting trade amongst Africans.
We are a democratic country that operates a free market economic system with fundamental respect for the rule of law, and all players are welcome to do business in the Gambia. I therefore urge the financial sector, service-driven institutions, as well as businesses to make best use of this provided opportunity by Afrexim Bank through Oakwood Africa Green Limited to access finances, to do business, create employment, and of course pay taxes to advance this country to the Gambia we want and the Africa we envision.
Mrs. Kanayo Awani, Executive Vice President, Intra-African Trade Bank, Business Development and Corporate Banking, Afrexim Bank, said, "The bank continues to work with central banks, members of the business community, to support young creative minds." Making reference to the African Continental Free Trade Area, she called on Africans to take on the opportunities created to improve the African continent's economy.
For places like Gambia, when we talk about primary commodities, in your own case, it will fundamentally transform your reliance also on not just export of primary commodities. I also see tourism as primary commodity. It promises to create opportunities for our youth and bring down the artificial borders that have divided us for too long.
The Minister of Trade, Regional Integration and Employment, Babukar Ismail Diouf, said his ministry will continue to promote African trade through the African Continental Free Trade Area.
We must understand intra-Africa trade is not a panacea for development, but the strategy that unifies us to give African countries the latitude to bargain with stronger powers, but partners, to ensure we are not cheated as Africans. For this to be sound and effective, we must promote competitiveness, diversity, innovation, and improve our production base from fragmentation to conglomerates. We must also accede to set protocols and accords that facilitate regional trade without any prejudice.
The governor of the central bank, Boa Sedi, highlighted the importance of the event, saying it marks an important step towards the fulfillment of objectives of accelerated growth.
This special event marks an important step towards the fulfillment of objectives of accelerating economic growth, stable exchange rate, and low inflation. The road to achieving these objectives might be bumpy. We are, however, resolute to see that these are attainable for macroeconomic stability.
Mr. Gabriel Edgal, Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, Oakwood Green Africa Limited, called on stakeholders to unite to bring about meaningful change.
The truth about it is that those barriers that divide us are very artificial, extremely artificial. But we have tried so many times to see how we can unite so that we have one collective. You know, as individual countries, we are unable to harness the potential that exists within us. But as one collective, we are powerful, and even more powerful than the Europe collective or the Asia collective. Absolutely. Because we have everything here.
Marian Jai Ajayi, GRTS News.